Vampires have long captured the imagination of humans and their cultures around the world. Legends of vampires have existed for millennia. Cultures such as Mesopotamians, ancient Greeks, and Romans have had tales of these demons, known for their thirst for blood and immoral existence, have been a staple of folklore and mythology for centuries. Legends of similar creatures have been found in Asia and African traditions. The concept of the vampire has transcended borders and time periods, leaving a permanent mark on human storytelling. In today's tales, vampires are still these bloodthirsty beasts, but now they are cute or romantic. They have appeared in every form of entertainment and first appeared on the film Nosferatu, and years later with the now famous Dracula. Ever since, vampires have appeared in all sorts of entertainment, and in anime, there is one infamous vampire from the anime Hellsing that has become a legend in the anime community. Today we will discuss that anime. In Hellsing, a dark supernatural conflict unfolds. Today we will examine themes of good versus evil, identity, and the blurred lines between humanity and monstrosity. This essay will explore these themes and how they contributed to the success in Hellsing, and how the creator was influenced by hentai. Can Hellsing compete with the modern vampire, or is Hellsing reviving the classic genre with a modern character? Hellsing rise to anime legend was not easy, and here we will explore everything from its history to success in the world of anime. To find out more information on Hellsing, we must examine the first few episodes to assemble our judgment. To understand Hellsing, we must first talk about the creator, Kota Hirano, and his works. Not much is known about his early life, not even where he studied, but what I was able to find was that he started as a mangaka assistant, an assistant that was self-described as horrible and lazy. He was inspired to become a manga artist from reading Akira Toriyama's Hitapi manga Kenkyujo. Sorry if I butchered that. Kota Hirano's assistant job was what helped his career, but what really launched his career was porn. All joking aside, he started his career as a hentai artist. His works include Angel Dust, Be Wild, and Coyote, and a couple of others. Some of his hentai character designs were passed on to other series like Hellsing. He has stated that he is a fan of both Gundam and One Piece. Yes, I know. He has very good taste in fiction. We have similar taste. As a man in a crimson red coat walks the night in search of something, he looks at the moon and says, "What a perfect night." Set in modern time, a police girl and her team are trapped by ghouls when a red-coated man arrives from the shadows. This man is not Van Helsing. He is in fact a vampire working for an organization named Hellsing, who are led by Integra Hellsing. If that name sounds familiar, it is because that is a character from Van Helsing from Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. Could this be foreshadowing or just references? Hellsing is an organization that hunts and kills vampires and other supernatural creatures such as demons and ghouls. Hellsing has three main characters: Ceres Victoria, Alucard, and Integra. Good versus evil is a theme told time and time again. Yet Hellsing's execution of this theme as a battle between the Hellsing organization and its supernatural threats is done in a very dark and gruesome manner. Is Hellsing truly on the good side, or are they no better than the monsters that they kill? Alucard himself does some questionable kills, even seem to taking joy out of the kills of the ghouls kills. The evil of the ghouls and the vampires that appear are extremely dangerous, and Hellsing are the only people that can deal with them. So it's clear that to the viewers that Integra is the character that represents the good and must do everything she can to protect England from these supernatural threats. When Alucard battles a powerful vampire in the last few episodes, and he appears to be struggling, this encapsulates the struggle between the Hellsing organization fighting to save humanity and the powerful vampire aligned with the forces of evil. And that's a perfect example of good versus evil. Hellsing also dives into identity crisis with the character Sarah's Victoria, a human police officer who becomes a vampire and struggles to accept her transformation. She is torn between her human, past, and present self, and slowly must accept her new life. Her loss of humanity is something that's not easy to deal with, and she has a strong attachment to her human emotions and memories. She sees people as humans and not food. Despite this, Integra makes an insulting comment about her. She must also find a new purpose within Hellsing, something she doesn't find in the anime but in the manga. In episode 3, Sarah arrives at her room, exhausted, and sees a bucket of blood. She tries to drink the blood but cannot, as she struggles to accept her identity. In episode 8, we see her looking at pictures of her youth with her father, depressed of what she has become. This is another example of a struggle of identity in Hellsing. The anime is different from the manga as it does not follow the story, and the anime took certain creative liberties. The main reason being the manga was not finished. Some parts were changed, but not the first episode. In episode 1, Alucard's allegiance to humanity is apparent as he battles ghouls that represent the monstrosity, a big theme in Hellsing. Alucard is more complex and blurs the lines between humanity and monstrosity. Some human characters in Hellsing exhibit monstrous traits and behaviors, like Enrico Maxwell, a character from the manga. Like I said, the 2001 adaptation, he does not appear, but he is a good example of a madman that uses his ruthless and dark arts to crush monsters. Enrico Maxwell shows no sympathy when dealing with his enemies of the demons. In the anime, we get Alexander Anderson, one of Enrico Maxwell's Vatican allies, who is extreme but not deranged like him. Animation? Like I said, the character designs are recycled. The animation was a bit cheap, yet for a 2000s anime, it was pretty average, and the colors red were used a lot during the night to set the tone. The animation is slow, but the story is also slow, or at least in this adaptation. Sometimes the characters wear bright colors and the backgrounds will be very dark, and I thought that was a very nice touch. The shaky camera with the still images is used very nicely here, even if to others it might seem cheap. Many of the characters have creepy vibes and old school feelings like the Universal monster films. The music is smooth. The jazz gives this horror anime a cool and mysterious feeling. Seeing jazz is something special, as we usually do not see it often, but times like here and in Cowboy Bebop, it can be very special. The soft voice, the dark lyrics, and the uplifting piano is pretty cool to listen to. There's a scene where a kid show is playing music in the background, and the room is filled with blood. That shows how dark Hellsing can get. Also, the background music is average, typical of the budget. The ending song, Shine by Mr. Big, was a weird choice and was the only track I thought was a bad choice. But again, probably budget decisions. Aren't vampires way too overdone in today's culture? Tales of the Night Walkers have appeared everywhere, from horror films, comic books, and cartoons. Yet Hellsing stands out for its violent, bloody, and cool style, taking the vampire genre back to its roots. A rookie vampire story is rarely told with mentorship of another vampire. Other vampire stories are usually the classic blood-drinking vampires, not Hellsing, as Hellsing gives its characters diverse personalities and motives for their behaviors. Besides anime such as Vampire Hunter D, not many anime had featured them. That's until Hellsing's popularity exploded in the anime community. Alucard's Red Code has become an icon in the anime community, with appearances at conventions usually well received as Hellsing was, with critics always praised in the anime community and a few times criticized. Having a vampire that struggles with its identity and the classic good versus evil is a brilliant touch. The vampire genre may still be in decline, but one vampire has left a mark on the world of animated fiction. The anime Hellsing has one major theme, like how some monsters are more human than monsters, and how some humans are more monstrous than monsters. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Did you like this review? You want to see more Hellsing? Do you want to see more Gundam? More Gundam coming soon. A lot more Gundam. It's just taking me longer to write it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.